We're now joined in the infield media center by tonight's winner of the Bash's Supermarket 200, driver of the number 18 Combos Toyota, Kyle Busch. Kyle, tell us about your run.
It was a really good race car. That Combos Camry was pretty awesome tonight. Jason and the guys did a great job on what we worked on in practice and trying to find something better for a package here. And seemed to have struggled a little bit late in 2008 and 2009, and we seemed to hit it here tonight. So that was really cool to see. Struggled a little bit on the short runs, just for a little while. Got a little loose, but in the long runs, it felt like our car was really good. Really good, and one of the best ones out there. So it was neat there towards the end of the race to come back from our pit road mistake there with Joey. I hate it for Joey. I feel bad for him that he had a good enough car starting on the front row that should have won the race, but we were able to make it up through there and restarted 10th or something and made our way up and past those guys for the lead. So really, really cool night, and fast race car will get you there.
We're also joined by tonight's winning crew chief, Jason Ratcliff. Jason, tell us about your perspective of the race.
Well, it was I'm still can't really believe we're here, but it was interesting. We, like Kyle said, we struggled at this track a little bit last year. We came back with a different setup and went through a lot of changes today in practice, and we're fortunate enough to put something together that was good tonight. It looked like, it was between us, the 22, the 20, most of the night, and we were able to maintain our track position. Had a good night on pit road, and then there about, I don't know, with 70 to go or whatever, everything kind of went upside down and we lost our track position. So, to come back up through there and come back and win the race, it's exciting, probably even more exciting than it would have been if we'd have just led the rest of the laps.
We'll now open it up to questions from media. Start with Reed.
Reed Spencer with Sporting News. Kyle, first of all, did you lose first gear? And second, can you remember a finish or can you remember winning a race that was more improbable, more fun, and more exciting than this one was?
I didn't lose first. I lost reverse. When I was in the stall, I slid through too far after I had contact from Joey, and I put it in reverse to back up and spun the gear out. I mean, the gear's only that wide, so not much there, but I got something in my eye. And then as far as the excitement there at the end of the race, I mean, what a show. It really was. What I can remember was, I think Denny here last fall or something like that had to come from behind, and he came off of turn 4 and got side by side with Carl or somebody for the win and just missed out by about a fender. But, he came from far back too and had an exciting race from what I remember. So, it's, as far as me winning something like that, it's been a long time if I can even remember anything like that. So, really, really cool to do. It was neat the way the outside lane opened up. Everybody was too wide and on the bottom and in the middle, and there was still another lane up there. So I just took the outside and said, "Here we come," and the car stuck and drove up through there, got by those guys.
Additional questions? Go to Bob.
Kyle, can you talk about what happened on that first restart? Brad said that he thought you slowed down and didn't keep the proper pace in the restart zone, and then when he got to the end of the restart zone, he went.
Of course he did. What happened was Brad Keselowski went where I had been going the whole night, which was at the first restart line, and I didn't go. I just kept my pace. I stayed at the same pace and waited until the second one to go, and I went at the second one. And he was already gone because he went at the first one and 2 car lengths ahead of me. And, there was a stack up behind me and a wreck. I never changed pace. I kept same pace. Go get video from ESPN. I guarantee it 100%. So, but everybody stacked up behind us, and then they threw the caution, and they said Keselowski was the leader, and I thought it was the wrong call because he jumped the restart, and the number 2 starter is not supposed to beat the number 1 starter to the line, which is stated in every single driver's meeting. And on that restart, it happened, and they gave him the spot. So on the next restart, I did the same thing he did and get posted for it. So seems like there's a little discrepancy there, and we'll go see if we can't get it sorted out before the race goes tomorrow. I mean, this is an issue.
Lee.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. over the radio, you said, JD, I want to see you after the race. What was that about, or what were you referring to?
Because the car owner and I need to go to the NASCAR hauler and review with NASCAR what the call was.
Have you been there yet? I didn't know if you had gone there or what.
I would still be there.
Anything?
It'll be a discussion. It's not done yet.
Jim.
Jim Utter, Charlotte Observer. Kyle, considering how your car was most of the night, when you, after all the penalty and everything was done, and you were, I think, 19th in the last car on the lead lap with 50 to go, other than being angry or upset, did you feel there was enough time to get to the finish?
Not without a caution, definitely not. You know, there was no way I was going to be able to make up 3/4 of a lap's distance on the field. And so I just had to wait and see if there was going to be a caution thrown. And fortunately, there was, and it was for a piece of debris in turn one. And we got a caution. We came down pit road, and there was a fiasco on pit road. I mean, there was stuff everywhere. I mean, Joey was coming out of his stall. I saw him just at the last split second. I mean, I was focused on looking down the track at my stall, and by the time I saw him, we made contact, and then I slid into my box, past my box, and damaged his car. And then, you know, I saw the 88 and the 12 wreck each other in front of us. And then, so when I left, I went through the 3 pit boxes, which is allowed. And that's about all I remember. There was a lot going on. I picked up a spot. I came in 11th. I went out 10th. So the guys did a good job on pit road, too.
Anything further? Gentlemen, go back. Bob's got one more.
Can you talk about, I mean, being so angry and then being able to come back and have enough maturity,
Composure.
composure
There you go. Good job.
to win?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're mad. You're very mad because the calls. You know, you feel like you have a discrepancy against what was called. So we'll go back and review it. But after that, you know, you're mad. You're upset. But all I was doing was just driving the car, trying to make good lap time up, and we were faster than the only cars that were faster than us were 6th forward, I think, or if that. Third, you know, first, second, third. So all I was doing was just making as much spots up as I could. I figured I could get about 2 more, so I would have probably finished 9th if there wasn't a caution. But like I said, fortunately there was, and we made our pit stop, got tires, went back out, and just went around the outside. I mean, there was a lane there, and we made up a lot of spots and a lot of ground there in the last 8 laps, 9 laps.
All right. Gentlemen, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.